Hello viewers, welcome to the Summer Fancy Food Show 2018. My name is Martin Caballero, I'm the assistant editor at BevNet, and I'm here with Allan, the founder of Tio Gazpacho Drinkable Soups. How are you today, Austin?
I'm great, how are you doing?
Doing all right. You excited for the show?
I'm really excited to be here. I'm also excited to not be out in the 99-degree weather.
Yes, much cooler in here. Good time for some cooler soups, all that stuff.
It's a perfect time for gazpacho.
Let's talk a little bit about some recent distribution news with you guys. I want to talk first about Amazon Prime. I mean, obviously the e-commerce channel, a lot of activity going on there. Seems like a perfect fit for a product like this.
It is a perfect fit for us. E-commerce is great because our product does require a little bit more explanation than most, and e-commerce gives us the opportunity to really explain what our product is when customers are shopping for us online. Fresh Direct, as you know, is our first customer, and they're one of our best customers, and so expanding into Amazon was just a natural fit for us. What we were always concerned about was, as a perishable product, we thought that Amazon wasn't an opportunity because they don't really deal in perishables. But recently they launched a pilot program that does allow them to sell perishable programs through the Amazon Prime program, and we are one of the programs or one of the products in that pilot program, and we're really excited about that because we can offer 2-day shipping to anybody in the United States. And what's nice about that, and particularly for us, is that it really fills in any distribution gaps. So in states where it might be a little bit harder for us to get more of a foothold, for example, like New Mexico or Georgia, where we don't have any distribution, and it might be a little bit hard for us to get those turns up in a traditional retail environment, we can reach those customers in any state in the country through Amazon Prime. So we're really excited about that. And the results, speak for themselves. Like, the product has been a tremendous success so far, and it's only been 3.5, 4 months.
How has that changed the way you guys sort of operate and structure the company? Because that Amazon fulfilling those sort of requests, I imagine, takes a lot of work and time.
It does. So we're working with a really great third-party logistics company that's doing the fulfillment for us. So that has taken the work, at least of the fulfillment, off our shoulders. And what we're focused now on is all the marketing programs. So we're doing the Amazon Vine program. We just got accepted into the Amazon Launchpad program. So we're going to be doing some marketing initiatives with Amazon Launchpad starting in August, which is going to be fantastic for us. It's going to put a lot of eyeballs on our product. And then we're working with Amazon Marketing Services. We have a great contact here in New York City who's working with us to get some of those keyword searches. So there's a lot of marketing that goes into it. Unfortunately, the operational piece is not something that we have to be concerned with.
Now, having just launched and had a good experience so far, do you have any tips to any other brands or young entrepreneurs?
First, you have to anticipate the demand, right? So we were pleasantly surprised by how much product we've been able to sell through that channel, and so we forecasted. We were good with our forecast. The other is, think about getting it from point A to point B. We had packaging that we were using for sample shipments and some direct-to-consumer orders, but we really invested in packaging to make sure that the product gets there cold, number one, because it has to go in an eco-cooler with ice packs, and gets there in good condition, because it does go through UPS, and UPS sometimes treats your product like a baseball. Just thinking about that customer experience from end to end, you want to make sure that it arrives in good condition, and especially with a perishable product, that it arrives cold.
The other sort of newer distribution news is Walmart, very different channel to Amazon. How does Tio play in that space, and what are some of the opportunities there?
So again, I hate to sound like a broken record, we're really excited about that as well, but what's really interesting about Walmart is they approached us, so they have a new snacking pod that they've carved out of the yogurt section, and this snacking pod contains all sorts of refrigerated products that don't necessarily have a specific home in the store. So I know we're alongside Perfect Bar, some drinkable yogurts, so a lot of refrigerated snacking, Tio, some turmeric drinks. So there's a lot of really interesting cutting-edge products, and they really wanted to put them all in one place to make a destination. And so what we love about this is that it's outside of our comfort zone a little bit. Walmart is more of a traditional consumer, not necessarily somebody looking for drinkable soup or gazpacho. And we're partnering with the Whole30, and we're partnering with Ibotta to reach customers, to educate them about the product, and then drive them into the store.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Whole30, because that's another very interesting certification that we're starting to see pop up on certain food and beverage products. Can you tell us a little bit about how that that certification happened for you, and why that's important for a product like this?
Yeah, so I first became aware of Whole30 about 2.5 years ago at Expo East, and I did a little research on them, and I thought it was a really interesting plan, and I myself have followed it 3 times, so you spend 30 days following their plan, and it really is sort of life-changing, and I don't mean to sound like I'm exaggerating. It's a fantastic plan. I don't want to say the word diet. And so I am interested in it as a graduate or an alumni, and I will continue to do it probably once a year for the next however many years. but I was able to see the sort of how it changes your thinking about food and how it really forces you into only eating whole foods, right? So none of the processed garbage and none of the sugary things that I love, I grew up eating and I still love to this day. So that was my interest in it. And then as an entrepreneur and as the founder of this company, I saw that there was a really strong community of people around the Whole30. So they have coaches in every state in the country. They have coaches outside the U.S. They have brands that they're partnering with, their restaurants that they're partnering with. So I saw this really strong group of people that was talking about this plan and talking about these products online, and I was like, I want to be a part of that. And then, once now from the inside, it's even stronger and more tight-knit than I ever could have imagined, right? So these coaches are pillars in their community, they're nutritionists and doctors, and they are helping people to change their lives through the power of food, which is our mission, is to change people's lives through food. And it's just fantastic, right? So these people are evangelists for the Whole30 program in their communities. And so, the challenge with following the Whole30 plan is that, people are used to prepackaged stuff and they're used to quick, convenient things. And so to find products or to find any solution that's Whole30 compliant, that's easy is really tricky. And so by having 4 Whole30 approved products, it gives people following the Whole30 and it gives people, it gives the coaches a tool that they can take out of their toolbox and offer to their patients and their clients. So we're delighted to partner with them, and we've seen tremendous results just in the same 4 months that we've been partnering with Whole30.
Absolutely. So much going on with the brand. I know that you guys have done some recent, moves sort of behind the scenes, bringing in certain talent. So could you talk a little bit about, who you brought in and where they're fitting in and what kind of roles and functions they're providing for the company?
Yeah. So, when I launched the brand, it's been 3.5, almost 4 years ago. It was almost a one-man show. I had some support staff, but I was trying to do everything, and I quickly learned that you can't do everything yourself. And so at the beginning of this year, we had a little bit of a shift, which was a great shift. We brought on Matt Merson, formerly from Zico, Vitamin Water, who also has a great food service background, and so he is the VP General Manager of the company now, and he's really focused on sales and really running the direction of the company itself, which has freed me up to focus on marketing, product design, innovation, packaging, and all those things. So that's been a great shift because now I've been able to really dedicate myself to growing our social media following, to working with the Whole30, to working with the Whole30 coaches, to focusing on Amazon because, as I mentioned earlier, there's so much marketing that goes into Amazon. So that sort of split has been fantastic. And then on the Amazon front, we brought in a consultant named Adam Grayblick, who was formerly at Soylent, and Soylent was a runaway success on Amazon. And so I was really happy to tap into his network and to tap into his experience to be able to help, take the Soylent playbook and apply some of those plays and some of those pages to the Tio brand.
I also want to ask how the partnership with 301.
All of our partnerships are really, really strong. I think that one in particular, it continues to evolve. At 301, it continues to evolve, and they grow, and they add more capabilities and more people and more functionalities. So, we're really leaning on them for support in all areas. So with sales, they offer great sales support. They have strong data analytics team that can help us look at the data that we're getting back. They have seminars and sort of these workshops where they bring together, for example, operations from all the portfolio brands or sales and marketing. So we're always participating in those. I think, they had an e-commerce summit. The best example is they had an e-commerce summit last November, and during that e-commerce summit, I took all these great notes, and I actually put together an e-commerce action plan for Tio that I've executed, and Amazon was part of that. And so, I won't give them credit for getting us on Amazon, but just really giving me the kick that I needed to get that moving. So the partnership is tremendous. And then the other partnership, you didn't mention it, but with Jose Andres, who's our chef partner, same thing. We're working on a lot of really great initiatives with them, specifically marketing. They've been sending some sales leads our way. And so we're just the luckiest brand in the world. We're still a pretty small brand, but we have great partners that are really supporting our growth every step of the way.
So finally, I want to ask, I know you guys a lot on your plate, marketing and making sure everyone's getting their Amazon subscriptions and all that stuff like that, but you mentioned too, product development and innovation. That's super interesting to me. I wanted to see, what are you guys working on? What may be around the corner, even if it's not specifics, what are you sort of looking into in terms of innovation?
Yeah, we have a lot in our pipeline. I mean, there's nothing that's specifically, we have a timeline for launch, but we're working on some new flavors that are really exciting. We'll probably launch early next year so that they get into the market by the springtime. And then we're looking looking at some food service options, so maybe more of a multi-serve for food service. And then, we're also looking outside of the soup space for much further down the road, some innovation that would still be savory, plant-based snacking, but not necessarily drinkable soup. So there's just a lot going on, and now that I have the free time to work on it, things are going to move really quickly.
Awesome. I can't wait to see what else you guys come up with. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for watching.